Welcome to the King's Narrow Gate.
Right. Hey, how are you doing? Let's get into the course. This is cybersecurity course for beginners, and this is the section 1, part 1 of the course. So I actually look forward to exploring this together with you. So just stick around as we get into the course as I promised. And thank you for sticking around with me. You can actually go to the link below to read more news, updates on tech and security. You mind, that's not just what I want to do today. So let's get into the course quickly. Oh, I need to open the doors. Yeah, the doors are not opening. It's not my fault. Okay, shall we? Good. Now our lesson guideline this morning will be very simple. Wherever you are from, it's actually morning here in Nigeria, and I don't know where you're watching from or where you're watching this video from, but I hope you're doing good. And let's just get into the lesson guideline immediately. So if you watch the introduction video where I told you a lot of things that we'll do and an outline of what we'll do, actually the first part of this course entails it consists of two things that we'll be doing, which is very simple. That is defining cybersecurity and actually stating reasons why you need to get into the field of cybersecurity. That is if you want to do that. It's not actually by force. So with that said, let's get into it immediately. Oh my god, he doesn't want me to pass. Ow. Don't mind me. Let's get into it. Good. So what is the definition of cybersecurity? Now everybody has many definitions for this particular field. When you go online and you just type definition of cybersecurity, like you're seeing on the screen, you'll see a lot of things, and you'll see many people having their own concepts. So I actually did some research. Yeah, I did some research and I tried figuring out, maybe I could just get something useful, and actually found two interesting definitions plus our own definition, because you and we're gonna define cybersecurity after we look at those two definitions. So the first one is from a very big organization called CIA. It's a very big security organization that is well known all around the world. So I actually surfed through the internet and took a little bit of definition from the site so that we can actually get started with this. So what's the definition by CompTIA? Okay, now they said, I didn't say, they said that cybersecurity is the practice of being protected against the criminal or unauthorized use of electronic data, or the measures taken to achieve this. It's very simple, but if you're starting out newly, this is quite confusing. What's the practice of being protected against criminal or unauthorized use of electronic data? Well, that means nonsense, but don't worry, I'm gonna actually tell you what it means. It says the practice. Okay, so cybersecurity is not just anything, it's a practice. That's just one thing, it's a practice. And then what are we doing with this practice? We're trying to protect, alright, against criminal, thieves, or unauthorized use of electronic data. When we're talking about electronic data, we mean information like your birthday date, your messages on WhatsApp, your tax details, your employment details, and all these things, all this information that you don't want people to see, or even the ones you want people to see. All right, we in cybersecurity, as a field, we are tasked, all right, with the job of protecting criminals from accessing those data. All right, once you put them online, it becomes an electronic data. Your name, your messages, your informations, your bank details, all those things are data, information, and we protect them, and we take measures, different kinds of measures to achieve that protection. I hope that's clear. All right, I don't know, but it should be clear. And Another definition I got from Kaspersky. Actually, I love Kaspersky because I use the product. It's a very well good product. You should download Kaspersky. It's very good. It helps protect your system against anti-worms, anti-malware. Sounds weird, but I'm gonna tell you if you follow me through this course. Now, the brand of their own definition is the practice of defending computers, servers, mobile devices, electronic systems, networks, and data from malicious attacks. Now, let's start from somewhere. This is very creepy to me. Oh my god. It's the practice, alright? The same thing we saw in CompTIA, a practice. And what do we do in the practice? We defend computers, servers, mobile devices, electronic systems, networks, and data from malicious attacks. Now, let me make this very simple. Computers, what are computers? Your laptops, alright? Your desktops, your okay, your phones, your smartphones, they are computers. Now, what are servers? Servers are, how do I explain servers? All right, now servers is like your box. All right, if you have a cupboard at home or at school or at office, you know, where you store things inside. Whenever you want to access something inside, you go and open your box. All right, you open your box, you bring out the stuff. So those are servers. Servers are actually those boxes, let me call it box so that you understand, those boxes that stores informations which you access through the internet. What do I mean by this? You know, when you go on the internet and you search something like, what is the definition of cybersecurity? I mean, it's not just gonna come from anywhere, it comes from somewhere, right? There is a box storing the definition of cybersecurity. So that box storing it is the server, and it dishes out information when you call on it. So it's a server. So mobile devices, I've said it before, your smartphones, electronic systems, something, your laptops, your electronic microwave ovens, your cameras, they're your electronic systems, and your networks, online networks. You go online, it's a network, alright? Different kinds of networks, or if it's very confusing, use your call line networks to understand what I mean, alright? And data, I've said data before, you know, information from malicious attacks. Now, those malicious attacks are not gunshots or stabbing you in the stomach. It's just basically hacking, pen testing, black hat hackers, which I will tell you in time to come. Maybe not today, because that's not actually what we're talking about, but it's not shooting someone, is actually, you know, a modernized type of attack. So these two definitions are good to go, but I promised you that we'll have our own definitions, and we are actually gonna do that in 3, 2, 1. Okay, now the conscious act of automating, authenticating, authorizing, and defending systems, networks from attacks. This is, I think it's a simpler, because you know, it's a conscious act. It's not involuntary. Sorry, it's something you do willingly. You don't just wake up one morning and then you sleepwalking and then you start doing stuff on your computer. That's weird, but it's a conscious act of automating, authenticating, authorizing, and defending systems, networks from attack. Now, what's automation? Making your system accessible, you know, making your system flexible. Just like when you want to log into Facebook, you see the speed, just click buttons and you just log in. That's automation. It automates you. It makes the system that you're using flexible. Just like your laptop, when you want to log in, it's very easy. It's not sluggish. It's not hard for you to log in. That's automating. Now, authenticating is actually the passwords that you put into laptops so that it can give you access, which is to authorize you. So when you bring your laptop does one function to automate, and then it asks for a password, and when you provide a password, it authenticates you and it gives you the authority to go into your damn system and do whatever you want to do. And then when we do these 3 basic things, we also defend that same laptop or that same phone or that same network from attacks, malicious attacks. So I think this is quite enough, you know, about this. And if you don't understand, you can just ask me questions in the comment section below, and I'll be right there to answer. every questions as relates to the definition of cybersecurity. So I think we are done here. Actually, my guy has worked a lot, and we need to go to the next section, which is my chickens. I forgot my chickens. Oh my god! Look at them! Look at them! Dropping. Yeah. Okay, so sorry for that. Let's go to the next section, which is why you need to get into the field of cybersecurity. Now, back then when I was in high school, I had a friend. She's still my friend though, and one of the things we're talking about computers, we're talking about security, and then she was like, computer is not my thing, and I'm like, why? And she's like, I don't just like doing it practically, although I score high. And I was like, you score high in computers and in security, but you don't love practicing it. So how do you get your marks? That's just it, right? And many of you, why I said is that many of you wouldn't want to get interested, right, at the first point. But I'm telling you that everything is going online. Everything, this world is very small. I mean, technology has made this world to be very, 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 very small, and you can barely do anything without tech today. And as much as we're putting our businesses online, we are downloading applications from Google Play Store, you're reading your emails, you're accessing websites, I'm telling you, cybersecurity is the only way that you can be safe, because some of you don't even know. I'm very sure you might not know what worms are, or malwares are, or virtual boxes are, or all these little things that I'm talking about, ransomwares, DDoS attacks, and a lot of crazy things that cybersecurity will help protect you from. You really need to get into this. I mean, if you become an expert, although I don't think anyone is an expert in cybersecurity, but if you become an expert, it's actually going to help you, protect your system so that you wouldn't waste a lot of money hiring someone like me to do it. I'm not gonna try that. So why do you need to get into the field of cybersecurity? Now let's see. One of the reasons. Let's say, okay, you can command respect with the knowledge of cybersecurity anywhere in the world. That's the truth. You can command respect with the knowledge of cybersecurity anywhere in the world. I can't say I'm an expert because I'm just 20 years. Yes, I'm just 20 years. Oh, 21, sorry. I'm 21. I forgot when I was born actually. But actually, I actually got into cybersecurity. That was back in 2018, and I wasn't consistent. I recently became consistent in that field, and with the little knowledge I have, I can tell you that many places I go to, when I start talking, people don't talk, because not everyone knows what you know, and this is a new world that has become so spatial that when you have a ground and expertise in it, you will command respect anywhere you go in the world. Anywhere you can go into the White House, the Asrock, anywhere in the world, basically anywhere. If you just can get your hands on this field and measuring one part, whether it's in network systems, data analysis, or pen testing, or ethical hacking, or systems protection, you can command a lot of respect. Even if you broke, you have respect anywhere you go in the world. So that's just one of the reasons, and that's the truth. And the second reason I would say is the most in demand field in the 21st century. Like right now, there are millions of jobs. When I'm telling you millions of jobs for cybersecurity, and only few know about it. So imagine, if you get into cybersecurity today, imagine where you'll be in the next 10 years. Just think about it. Just pause this video, think about it. If I get into cybersecurity now, you're 20, you're 19, you're 17, you're 16, you're 35. Imagine where you'll be in the next 20 years. because this is a field that people don't even have the strength to get into because it's very complex. So imagine if you can bring out time, get into this field, do a lot of practice where you will be in the next 20 years. I mean, it's going to be weird because this field is hitting is real hard on planet Earth, and I'm just lucky that I got to know about it on time. I actually have a brother, senior brother, who is into data policy and security. It's also a field in cybersecurity. I mean, you see it, everybody's getting to it. All right, everybody's, and the best part of it is that he's a lawyer and he's still into the field of cybersecurity. So that's fun, because no matter the profession, even if you're a carpenter, you still need this, because tomorrow you might take your business online to get more people, more customers, and you need this knowledge. If you need it, I'm telling you, you'll be a boss. Is the truth. And then the third is that the needed requirements for this field are simple and basic. Oh my goodness, have you ever gone to look for a job and I tell you, all right, where's a certificate for this, certificate for that? Oh, you're like crazy, all right? You're confused, and they ask you for certificate for when you became a graduate, and maybe you didn't do well in your course and you're ashamed to bring it out. Just like in my country here, if you don't have first classes, it's very difficult. But in cybersecurity, the needed requirements are just simple and basic. All you need is your wisdom and your knowledge, for this course, and you're good to go. That's just it. And then it's the best career field for anyone interested in tech. I mean, okay, pardon me, some people might say, oh, it's not better than web programming, but trust me, anything you're doing that is tech, graphic designs, animations, video editions, video creations, come to talk about it, simulation softwares, anything you're doing in tech, cybersecurity holds you, yeah, it holds you. I don't even know the words to describe this, but it's just the bane of technology, and you can't do without it. For me, it's the best career field. I'm not advising you not to go into web programming or stop app development and all that. Is good, but it's good to also have knowledge of this, because when you put your stuff online is when you see the very big problem with you. And then the most enticing part of this field. You ready? Woo! Oh my god. Yeah, you saw that. You can make big bucks here. You can make as much as $60,000 to $100,000 every year. Alright? I'm not making up to $100,000 now, but I can tell you that this will give me money. It's giving me money. The truth is that, I'm actually somewhere very remote now, but I can control the world from anywhere. That is the love of tech. And you pay me to do this, alright? I won't just do it free for you because I'm some kind of jerk. We were thinking about that? No, I won't do that. I can actually do it only if you pay me. Imagine you're making $60,000 per year. What do you use it to do? Even if you're in the United States, what do you use $60,000 per year to do? That's close to $3,500 per month, or close to $10,000, or close to $5,000. I don't know how to calculate it. Do the calculations. 60 divided by 12. No, that's money. That's money. So I think this is much more than enough for you to actually get into this field. I mean, it's a very tough field, but if you have the knowledge, it's gonna be very good for you. So that is that. All right, cybersecurity is very cute. It's very lucrative. But one thing I would advise is, if you want to be successful in this field, you have to do it for the love of it. Don't do it for the money. Some people say, okay, $60,000, let's do it. You will never get there. All right, do it for the love. Do it for the love you have for it. Don't think about the money. The love first. The idea, the knowledge, the requirements you must gain, and that's gonna help you very, very well. All right, think I've tried. And we've come to the end of this course. Thank you for sticking around. I promise that next time I will get into the next part of the course. Meanwhile, this is the end of this course, and I believe you should go to the link below in the video. Copy it. If you can copy it, type it out. If you can type it out, go read up news updates in tech and security, and just get yourself acquainted with things happening around the world. And as in subsequent videos, I'll be showing you more, as I promised. Alright, so what are you to expect in our next lesson? The history of computers, computer and cybersecurity, and the need for security in computer devices. But you can't miss this next video. It's going to be crazy, it's going to be awesome, it's going to be digital, it's going to be fire, it's going to be brimstone, it's going to be everything you've ever thought of. So I believe that you stick around in the next lesson, and for now, voila.